All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and it looks like we've got our super extreme EZA details here for the LR free-to-play Babidi. So remember, this guy was a free-to-play character. Also has a standby skill. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at his details. Hopefully, he is going to be a very good addition to Deborah's team. Maybe the kind of help that this guy needs in order to help make his team a little bit better. Let's go ahead and let's jump in. Let's check out his details here really quick. So, basic effect, key +5, attack and defense up by 250. Extreme class allies, attack and defense up by 30%. And Majin Buu Saga or Corroded Body and Mind category allies, attack and defense up by 30%. So already right here, we're getting some good support. So good support for extreme class, good support, additional support for those who are Majin Buu Saga or Corroded Body and Mind, right? So if you're thinking all of like Babidi's minions, they're going to be getting 60% extra support here already, like out of the gate. That's pretty good. Before attacking, he's going to get 40% damage reduction. Okay, so I mean, that makes me think like they want you to put him in slot 1. Or, I mean, it just gives him that extra little like help against like any sort of like AoE supers or any of those like AoE like just normal attacks or anything like that. It'll just kind of help him out a little bit. Or, I mean, if he's like locked into a slot, right? He's locked in slot 1. You didn't really want him there. You want to try to move him, but you can't. It gives him at least a little bit of survivability there. It's not incredible, but it's better than not having it, I'll be honest with you, especially with the way some of these fights go nowadays. A lot of those like AoE attacks, even if they aren't like supers, they are just like the normal like group attacks. This could really help him out. Like, definitely could. So this is very good to have here. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he's going to get an additional 250% attack. When receiving an attack with 15 or more ki, he's going to get a 250% defensive buff. Okay, so that is good to have as well too. So you're going to have that plus the damage reduction. So whenever like again like an AoE comes in, you get a bunch of extra defense. You're going to get a bunch. You're going to get some extra damage reduction here. He's going to be. I don't want to say he's going to be a-okay, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be okay where he is. When attacking with 18 or more ki, he's going to guarantee launch additional super. Okay. When there is a super class enemy or when 4 or more Majin Buu Saga category allies are on the team, he's going to have a great chance to dodge. 20% damage reduction temporarily when receiving a normal attack. Remember, that is a normal attack, not a super. Chance to dodge up by 10% temporarily when receiving a super attack. And chance to dodge and damage reduction up by 10% within the turn after evading an attack. Okay, so he's gonna have 70% chance to dodge when you're fighting superclass or you have 4 or more Majin Buu Saga category allies. Yeah, 70%. Say a normal comes in, you dodge it, then you're gonna jump up, you're gonna have 80%. Then a super comes in, you're having 90% to dodge that. Or vice versa, right? You got 70%, a super comes in, you have 80% chance to dodge it, you dodge it, then you got 90% chance to dodge everything else. That's actually really good. Giving him basically a lot of high dodge chance. I mean, we're seeing that with a lot of characters right now, with them having being like dodge or die, or you know, having really high dodge chance. It's just it's going to be a coin flip, man. If it's not, it's like the community says, if it's not 100%, it's a 50-50. So that is one way to think about it. But here he's getting a lot of dodge. He's getting some survivability, which is good, especially for like a free-to-play LR. Having a lot of survivability here alongside having a lot of supporting is going to be very, very, very handy. Now, his next part here, when there is an extreme class enemy or when 4 or more Corroded Body of Mind category allies are on the team, you're going to get ki +4. Extreme class allies, chance to perform a crit up by 10%. Majin Buu Saga or Corroded Body and Mind category allies are going to get another 10% chance to crit. Attack and defense up by 100% when attacking with 12 or more ki. And all allies attack and defense up by 15%. Self-excluded for 2 turns when attacking with 18 or more ki. Okay, so this is a lot more support here. So he's getting crit support for extreme class. crit support, additional crit support for Majin Buu and Crota Body Mind. A stat buff here. And then he's giving allies 15%. Okay. I'm trying to think about like the team. So facing the certain enemies is going to be kind of like a coin flip. It just depends on what like event you take him in. So you'd be going like one or the other, right? You took him in a red zone, you're fighting a bunch of extreme class, you're going to get this. You're bringing him into blue zone, you're fighting a bunch of super class, you're going to get this. The other condition here of the 4 more Majin Buu or 4 more Crota Body Mind, you could actually get just with one go, right? Because if you look at Majin Buu Saga, you've got Deborah and you've got the Yakon as the banner units, like the banner unit Yakon. And that'll fulfill it right there, right? So if you have Deborah, you run Deborah's team as the lead. You have a Deborah friend unit that counts as 2. You throw Yakon on the team, there's 3. Babidi makes 4. So that actually is a very good way to get this, because it doesn't say 4, it doesn't say like, it doesn't say it can't count as Babidi. So that's a very simple way to do it. Or, I mean, if you need to keep like the extreme class alive there because he's supporting extreme class a lot more, Crota Body Mind, Majin Buu Saga, you can look at the Super EZA here from Majin Vegeta. I think would be a pretty good choice as well. That one wouldn't be too bad. I don't think that the Buhan, I don't think he's not Crota Body Mind. There's no way, right? No, he's uncontrollable power. Yeah, so he is, I mean, he is a Majin Buu Saga, so he would help out with part of this passive. He'd help out with like this part, but he wouldn't help out here. But yeah, I mean, if you have Deborah, you run Deborah's team, double Deborah, Yakon, Babidi, that's more than enough to kind of get that condition off. I mean, if we could get, I don't know, if we could get like an EZA for Super Buu or somebody else. I mean, looking at this, I mean, Spopovich would be another like Babidi controlled unit, but he's only good against like Peppy Gal's tournament participants. He's built to fight like Videl. like that's the way they built his kit, was like his fight with Videl. So while true to the show, not very practical for use in the game. That's for sure. Crota Body and Mind, I don't really think there's anybody like, if you're going Majin Buu Saga plus Crota Body Mind, if they give this guy Super ECA, but he's probably still a little ways off. Yeah, I mean, Spopovich, the Majin Vegeta, the Super EZA Majin Vegeta would be your other option. You know, if you don't have like Yakon or you don't have a Deborah, you could throw him on the team. That could work. That could work to fulfill both of these. So you're getting everything. And dude, that's actually crazy. So you're getting a bunch of dodge, a bunch of damage reduction, and you're also giving a lot of support, great chance, buffing your stats, giving yourself key, which is going to help out with like everything up here, right? The attack of 12 more key, 15 more key, or 18 more key. Dude, Babidi actually looks pretty good. Now I think he's going to come down to being like a dodge or die style character when he's in his like Babidi state. But I mean, as for like the support that he gives and what he's kind of doing for the team itself, I think he looks pretty solid. Like, seriously. So I think, dude, yeah, I think that's really it. For Majin Vegeta, so Babidi does have a standby, right? So the way that this works is the standby is not going to change with the Super EZA. The only thing that changes with the Super EZA is the passive. So his standby, his super attacks, none of that stuff changes. The standby wouldn't change anyway, even with an EZA, just because it's like an active. They can't just change actives with EZAs. They have to be like a whole like big update thing that they do. So for his standby, it can be activated from the 4th turn from the start of battle. And you're going to stand by for 5 turns, during which his charge count increases by 1 per key sphere obtained by allies. So it's a lot like the Spirit Bomb, right? The Z-Duo Spirit Bomb. The more key you collect, the more you're going to fill that charge gauge. So you're going to stand by. You'll go into Majin Vegeta, which it's still criminal to me that they have this guy, this art, this moment locked behind a free-to-play LR Babidi standby skill. It blows my mind. I remember there was a time where nobody wanted to actually get the actual finish skill off because they wanted to see this guy, one, be around longer, and two, do his attack, which we'll show the animations here in a minute once we kind of go through his kit. But like, it's so criminal to me. Like, they need to make this dude like an LR Dokkan Fest, like a Dokkan Fest LR. This kind of art, this big, like these animations and stuff, like, dude, it makes me so mad. as a big time Vegeta fan, as a big like Majin Vegeta fan, this makes me so mad. But all right, let's look at his details here. So when the finish skill is not activated, unable to attack. So when you're in the standby mode, he doesn't attack, he doesn't fight. He's like the Z Spirit Bomb Vegeta, right? He's a defensive unit. For his basic attacks, he's going to get Ki +5, defense up by 250. 1% chance of superclass allies attack and defense up by 100%. And 99% chance of extreme class allies attack up by 60%. This is really weird. So this, it doesn't read as like a one or the other thing. It's just they're two separate procs. So the time that you get the 1% proc that he's not supporting the extreme class allies is actually going to be very obnoxious. I don't know why they did it like this. If it was like 1% chance superclass allies attack defense up by 100% or 99% chance to do this, that would make more sense because you're kind of splitting up like the differences here. But these are like two separate things, so it's just really weird. Like, I don't, maybe it's like the 1% that he fights against Babidi, the 1% that he helps like super. Dude, I don't get it. I don't know why they did it like this. It's just a very odd thing. They should just have this as extreme class ally support with a 1% chance to support super class. That'd have made a much better way to just do this instead of like taking that 1% out of the 99. I don't understand. Either way, I mean, good support, right? He still supports. He's got some good defense. He's got Ki. When another 3 or more Majin Buu Saga category or Corroded Body of Mind category allies are on the team, he's going to randomly change Ki spheres of a certain type excluded to Rainbow and get 44% damage reduction. So again, that team, right? Double Deborah, Yakon, you've got this guy, you've got 4. You're good to go here on both accounts. So you'll get the Rainbow Orb changing. You get the extra damage reduction, which is good for him as a standby character who doesn't attack. You need to juice him up. When receiving an attack with 12 or more Ki, he's going to get 250% defense. Good. When receiving an attack with 15 or more Ki, he's going to get 44% damage reduction. So he's going to have 88% damage reduction here. A lot of extra defense. So you definitely want to make sure, and I mean, more defense up here too. So you're definitely going to want to make sure you're getting the Ki you need with him here, which should be pretty easy as long as you're running this team, because you're going to get the Rainbow Orbs. You should be able to collect a bunch of extra Ki. He should be good to go. I'm not really worried about this guy here right now. For every attack that he receives, chance to perform a crit goes up by 50% up to 100%. So he just needs to take 2 attacks, and he's going to have a 100% chance to crit once he does his finish skill. So that's actually really good. That's like again, I'm going to keep quoting him, the Spirit Bomb duo. You pick up the 7 or more Ki spheres, you're going to guarantee to crit on that Spirit Bomb, on that finisher skill. So he's got the same thing here. He just needs to get hit twice. Once you've done that, he's got a 100% chance to crit once you launch that finish skill. When Ki's 18 or more at the end of the turn, recovers 20% HP. Okay, so he's got a healing factor too. I like this. When the finish effect is activated, attack up by 600%. That's crazy. What, dude? Because we have the old one pulled up here. What was it? Prior? 300. Oh, dude, they doubled it. Okay. They doubled it with basically guaranteed crit. That's actually really good. Yeah, with all this defense he's getting, defense here, more defense here, 88% damage reduction. He's going to be a wall. He's not going to be able to be touched. Yeah, dude, again, it's a shame they locked this guy behind his standby. But, I mean, he's going to be very good. He's going to be a very good standby character. And honestly, like, I don't hate Babidi either. I don't. I think he actually looks decently good for a character, for a support character, mind you. Especially with him given, like, where was it? It was the 2-turn support that he was given. Yeah. All allies attack defense up by 15% for 2 turns. When attack with 18 or more key. I don't hate him. I don't. I thought I would, but I don't. I didn't have a lot of high hopes for this guy, but he actually really surprised me here with what his kit's doing. Now, again, full judgment reserved for actually using them in game. You get the Babidi out, man. If he doesn't dodge, he's probably gonna get clapped up. But you definitely want him dodging and weaving. You want to get Majin Vegeta out to be the wall, and then you want to get those finisher skills off to actually like knock down the enemy. So let's actually take a look at some of these finisher skills. So this is the unfinished skill. This is the one that like everybody tried to just get. Like, yes, it didn't do as much damage, but it just looked better because it was Majin Vegeta, and that was like what people cared about. So here is like the actual like incomplete standby. Vegeta comes up, he refuses Babidi's mind control, and then he gives the Saiyan Pride speech. Dude, he does the Saiyan Pride speech in this attack. That is like, you can't lock that behind a failed standby, dude. Like, that is criminal. That has to be a Dokkan Fest LR with that moment. Because I'll pull my house down on that unit. I will go crazy for that character, dude. And then here is the actual like full-on finished skill. This is when you actually get enough of the key spheres. Basically revives Majin Buu. He comes out of his ball and he does just a single attack, and that's really it. But remember, this is guaranteed to crit. It's going to get 600% extra attack on this, and this one does hit a lot harder than like the Majin Buu one, or the Majin Vegeta one does. So it's really up to you how you want to play it. Do you want the better cool like Majin Vegeta animation? Do you want the Majin Buu that hits a lot harder? It's really it's kind of how we played it back in the day. But yeah, I mean, getting 30 charge counts is all you need. So 30 key spheres to get the full actual finisher skill here. I like this character. I do. I think they're going to be very good, especially for Deborah's team. I think it's kind of what Deborah needed. I do think he still needs a little bit more for his team. I wish they would do more EZAs, but looking at like the content drop that they're bringing out, I don't think it's happening. So I think the next thing we're getting is going to be Saiyan Day stuff, which is Saiyan Day's next week. So we're going to get the Saiyan Day stuff next week. So this looks like it's going to be it for the Deborah celebration, right? So we got a couple extra stages coming up for different events. We'll kind of go over that stuff later on today. But right now, the Super EZA coming for free-to-play LR Babidi, who standbys into the iconic Majin Vegeta, is coming. So I like them. I do think they look very, very good. So I am looking forward to this Super EZA and getting to test them out. I think they're going to be very fun. So that's going to do it for the video today. If you guys did stick around to the end, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the details here for the Super EZA LR free-to-play Babidi character, who has the standby into the criminally underutilized Majin Vegeta. I hate that this art is locked behind this, dude. Look at it. It's so good. It's so good. But at least they did do him justice here, and they made him very, very good as a standby character. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below on everything we went over here today. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.